Hey, what's up everybody? First of all, I just want to say thanks for all the support from the last video. I do really appreciate that. Um, so today we're going to be continuing with our forging series, and we're going to be forging what we call in Boundless a loot stick. The goal is basically to have it forged with the max attraction range and the max light that you can have on the item. So for those of y'all who do not know what a loot stick is, it's basically a device that allows you to auto harvest creatures, right? Whenever you kill the creature, it can automatically harvest them for you. And it also provides light. That way you don't have to use your skill points into the light epic, right? So the goal is to get it, forged with those two maxed, right? So stay tuned, follow along, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and let me know down below in the comments if you have any questions. I'm happy to help. Anyway, that's enough rambling for now, so let's get right into it. Alright, here we go. We're going to get started here. Let me go quickly over our deck. Alright, we're still going to be using our Wayfarer's Totem, right? Um, so our deck here, we got our special gum. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time going through these, but I will do it real quickly. So our special gum here, we're going to use this to aim towards our magnet boon. This glow, we're going to be using this to obviously get our light source, right? Now this one's probably one you may not seen or been familiar with because I haven't seen a whole lot of videos talking about this. This is trait reduction gum, right? Now the reason we're going to use this is because the only two boons I want on this totem is our magnet and our glow, right? I don't want to add another boon. I only want those two. So, and I'll show you a little later, but we're going to use this trait reduction gum to target just these two, because what this does is it basically it gives you a much better chance to only apply your points into the currently added boons as opposed to adding a new one, right? Now, when I'm forging this, I like to take a boon removal 1 solvent. Now what this does is, let's say it gives me something crazy on one of these guys here that I don't want. Or if it was to add a third boon by mistake, I could use this boon removal solvent and get rid of it. Now, if you can remember from the last video, we talked about these draining boon compounds 2s, corrupted boon compound 2s. The reason we use these is because, well, these guys having such a low flexibility and effectiveness, you're going to need to use these higher end ones here to allow yourself to get enough boon points to really kind of level anything up. So we're going to use the Fate Paste 2 here to give ourselves a better chance of landing in the right slider. Vigor Catalyst 2, we're going to use this whenever we need to reset. We can wipe the deck and clear out any debuffs that we may have added. Then we got our Deconstruction Rest in 3. You can pause on that and read that. Setting Rest, and obviously it's self-explanatory, right? So let's get right into it. I'm not going to, go spend a whole lot of time. I want to try to make this a shorter video so you're not sitting there for 20-30 minutes just to figure out how to make one of these guys. Alright. So what we're going to do here, the reason I do this, I do 3 times on these gums, right? That's special gum, right? Because then I do a Fate Paste, and then we're going to go with Corrupted Boon 2. Alright, so perfect. We got our magnet there. Now every time we're going to roll these, we're going to also use our Vigor Catalyst 2 to wipe the deck now, because we've already got the boon we want, right? If I was to roll again, I could get AoE or something, and I don't want that. So we're going to clear our deck. Now we're going to try to get our glow gum. And I like to go 3 times on these gums. It just gives me a better chance of getting the actual boon that I want. And then we're going to go back with our corrupted boon 2. And see, this top thing, it drives me insane, right? I got Busy Bee, even though I dropped glow multiple times. So in this scenario, I can drop our boon removal 1 and hopefully... Okay, now explain that to me. James, I'm looking at you. Let's try it again. Okay, James. Now you're just messing with me. So look, we've already kind of botched this. We done used our boon removal 3 times. We're getting pretty low on our vigor. At this point, I would deconstruct and start over. I do feel like James watches me forward sometimes. Alright, so we're going to go 3 times with our special gum. We're going to go with a Fate Paste. Again, the reason I use this Fate Paste is because I want to make sure it lands in the slider here, right? Because if I have to go 2 times with the Corrupted, it's going to start adding defect points, and we don't want to do that. Alright, good. We got our magnet off the rip. We're going to use our Vigor Catalyst 2 to wipe the deck. Now we're going to go with our Glow Gum 3 times. We're going to drop our Fate Paste 2. And then go with our Corrupted 2. There we go. Okay, so we got Glow this time. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to wipe the deck. Now, this is the cool part, right? So now we're going to drop this trait reduction gum. And like I said beforehand, it gives you a much better chance of not adding an additional boon, but puts all the points that you have currently into leveling up the boons that are already applied. For example, these guys. So, I usually do 5 rounds of this. I can't tell you why, it just makes me feel good. Right, and then we're going to go with Fate Paste 2. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to drop a few of these Corrupted 2s and start leveling these guys up. Now, so our defect bar got pretty high there. I usually stop here. I've just done it out of repetition so much. I'm going to Vigor Cat this, wipe the deck, and then we're going to go with Trait Reduction Gum again. And I'm just going to do 5 more times. Then I'm going to go with a Fate 2. And then this time we're going to drop our Draining Boon. Well, that's awkward. So we added another boon. Now see, even like, see how this is, right? I even dropped 5 of these, and it still went into another boon. Can't explain it other than the fact that, you know, it's just random RNG. So now I rolled one more time, and it still went into this guy. So what we're going to need to do here now, right? I guess this is a good to show up in a forge, right? Because what happens when something weird happens, right? We're going to Vigor Cat. We're going to drop a few gums here for the glow to try to trigger that. We're going to drop our Fate Paste. And if all things go well, this one row right here should get us there. Okay, perfect. Okay. So, now all this is kind of wasted. You don't really have to do this. If you didn't want Busy Bee on it, you could have deconstructed here and started over. But I don't mind having a little speed on my totem because sometimes I like to hit stuff with it. So why not, you know? It's kind of one of those. And it'd be nice if that was durability. That'd be fantastic. But yeah, I'm going to set this. We're going to go ahead and set it. We got our max loot, we got our max light, and we got some extra speed added. So let's drop our setting resin, and that's it, man. There we go. Not too shabby. Alright, so that's how to forge a loot stick in Boundless. Let me know if you got any questions or ideas on that, how I did it. As you can see, it didn't go exactly how I was looking to go, right? We ended up with Busy Bee on the end of it. However, it's still pretty good, solid forge. And sometimes, you know, when you're doing forges, you may get a little extra random something on there. You kind of just got to go with what makes you feel right. If it's something you could be useful, or if it's not hurting it, hey, leave it on there, man. Sometimes it's just meant to be. Especially when you're forging, you know, in mass quantities, right? You're going to just end up with some random stuff. So, you know, I just kind of go with the flow on it. I don't overthink it too much. As long as it's a very functional tool, I'm happy with it. But yeah, if you got any questions or comments or concerns, let me know in the comment section down below. And as always, be you, be awesome, be boundless. Catch you in the next one.